everyone's surprised when they hear for the first time what I'm doing. Inevitably, in any hair salon, doctor's office, place where somebody asks me, what do you do? Well, I'm in a circus. And I go, really? That's amazing. What do you do? And I say, I'm a clown. And they go, no way. So I keep a picture of myself on my cell phone just to prove it.
Everybody, come on down and join us right here on the floor. It's your chance to meet the greatest clowns on Earth.
I was never much of a performer as a kid. I didn't have that kind of drive at all. I spent my teenage years wondering what the heck was gonna happen. I didn't really have a dream or a goal, really. When I realized I wanted to do circus, it was probably the biggest turning point in my life. I remember my first circus audition. It was 4 years ago, and I was auditioning for Circus in Brattleboro, Vermont. Circus is just the best thing you can find in America for kids circus. It's all youth performers aged 10 through 18. Yeah! It's the only traveling youth circus in America, and it's absolutely wonderful.
1, 2, 3, Circus! Circus! Circus!
And off we go. We're going to the third floor because it's live auditions today for Circus Marcus Tour.
Which we're excited about because it's taken us quite a while just to get to this point. We've had hundreds of kids that have sent in videotapes, and we did the best job we could to pick the best qualified performers.
There's only 36 auditionees, live auditionees that made it through the videotape process. And out of the 36, we're aiming for a troupe of about 24. But then, of the 36, there are 18 returning troopers, which means they're veteran performers. They have a pretty good shot at getting into this year's troupe.
This is my 6th time auditioning.
I love being with the group, and it's so fun to be back here.
I'm looking forward to just another year of touring, doing more shows. I feel pretty confident, pretty excited.
And of the 36, there's 17 new applicants that have never done Smirkus. That's 17 trying to get into 6 spots.
It's harder as a new person to audition because they don't know you, they don't know everything you can do, and you're really nervous.
A bit nervous. I'm pretty nervous. I'm really nervous. Yeah, I've performed before, but performing and auditioning are way different.
They all deserve a shot, but eventually we do have to say no to some of them to make the best possible troupe for this year. And
That's not our favorite part of the job.
But our favorite part is actually watching these guys do their best in front of us, and there's going to be a room full of aspirations and hope, and let's go. Let's do it!
It is competitive to get into Smirkus. If you get on the tour, you have the chance to be coached by these amazing performers from Big Apple, Cirque du Soleil, Ringling Brothers. There's an intense 3-week training period, and then you get to tour for 7 weeks, and you perform 70 shows. Thousands of people will see you perform. It's just, it's a dream. I don't think I ever would have had the guts to audition without Maddie. Me and Maddie met at a clown camp. We started clowning together a year before the auditions, and it just worked out really good. She's really goofy.
Most of my friends just think I'm strange and think I'm a freak.
We just had fun together, so we decided we'd audition as clowns.
I'll be honest with you, not everyone will make it into the troupe. You guys have made it here because of your skill, your determination, your passion. If you do not make it onto tour, we encourage you to continue this dream.
When Troy said that, I could see everyone was nervous, and they were all thinking, oh, I hope that's not me.
All right, let's get ready for a fabulous audition.
Ariel and Marie.
watching the other acts and we were excited, but in the back of our heads, we were counting every second down to when we would be on stage and we would have our shot.
And Maddie Hall.
Their first audition was very female. I mean, they were really girl clowns, and it was a girl theme, and they were funny.
Maddie and I are both drawn to clowning because we both want to make a change in the world of circus.
I'm trying to break this stereotype so that girls can be funny too, not just the guys.
If someone had asked me on audition day who would be a professional clown in the future as a career, probably would have said Maddie.
My circus personality, my normal personality are pretty different. Like when I'm in school, I kind of have to be calm, be a regular person. But then in circus, I can let myself go and I don't have any restrictions whatsoever.
If I did make it, it was so much fun.
I got to auditions last year also, and I didn't do very well, so I am nervous, and I think it will be more of a letdown if I don't get in this year. I liked clowns. Clowns was my first thing that I really liked in circus. And so I started drawing them when I was in preschool. It became a childhood obsession for me.
He's sort of a loner when it comes to his peer group. It's not necessarily easy for a guy, I think, particularly to want to be a circus performer and all the arts kinds of things. And that makes me incredibly proud that he hasn't given up because it's been hard.
High school for a teenage mind is a dangerous place. It's like the jungle. You don't really know who's your friend or who's not unless you really trust them. So I'm always going to be a little lonely in high school.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, makeup Tishbar.
At the beginning, everything just blasted out and you couldn't hear a thing. It was really just this extremely loud and low rumble. So we switched it to the boombox.
Jacob, take a deep breath.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Tishbar.
My mom rewound it too far, so we had another unsuccessful start.
We'll make as many announcements as we need.
Jacob Tishbar.
As a clown act.
It was a good day. It's one of those things where it's like having a film that's too long and you have to cut out the good bits to get a great bit. 33 great kids, and you gotta take off 10 off the top.
The end of auditions, I was really nervous. What if they only took me and not Maddie? What if they only took Maddie and not me? We were in this floating cloud of uncertainty.
Excellent. It's a lot like being a coach. The championship team graduates every year. And so we're always trying to find out, are they going to have the the relationships? Are they going to have the chemistry? Are they going to have the enthusiasm together? The toughest thing is really trying to make the decision about making the cuts. I wish I could take them all. This is the girl from Hawaii.
Yep. Tula. She injured her elbow and was not able to make it to audition. So her family put this tape together for me as an audition tape.
She's not a tumbler, but she could do a back handspring.
Her technique is basic at this point.
So do you think that she's teachable from a skill level?
Yeah.
Yes. I've talked to Elsie. She's coached her before.
Oh. She's a bendy little thing.
One of the things that is thrilling for a director is to find talent in a young body. The other thing is we have a tropical theme. And boy, you know, none of us danced like Tula.
Tula, yes.
Fantastic. Dylan Friedman.
Yes.
Good for him.
Yep.
Good for him. Rafi.
Dylan will be with us for a while. Rafi, yes.
Absolutely. Good for him. Man, it feels good to do this.
I know.
Let's enjoy this because it's not all fun.
Jacob Tischler.
Sweet, sweet kid, but not quite as sociable as some of the other kids in the sense that he can just go up and just very comfortably take that space.
But having gone through what he went through in his audition process, being introduced 6 times, and coming out unshaken, shows me that this is a kid who's ready for his ring legs.
I would put him on a maybe. Let's do it. Ariel.
I don't think she's diverse enough for what we want her to be.
We need kids that have multiple skills.
Yeah. Are we in agreement that we're not going to take Ariel then?
That is an agreement.
Okay.
Maddie Hall.
Okay, now we're starting to get into the gray zone of clowns. If we take Maddie, we got to take Joy. We don't got to, but it makes sense to.
I love the costumes. I love the giddiness. I think they could play that up.
And then we get into Hazel.
We've had 1.5 million Circus tours with male clowns.
Yep. I would love to take all 3 of them.
And this is a first for Circus, by golly.
3 girl clowns.
Good for them. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Oh, I have 25 because we haven't talked about Taylor yet. It comes down to Taylor and Jacob. I look at that and say, I think the unicycle's much more powerful.
Here's the thing about Tischler. He has worked non-stop to get his 5-ball, the devil stick. That's something that we don't have.
I don't understand the limit. If you want it from the show standpoint, then get the extra. I think we're in that area that 1 or more is not the limit.
Hello?
Hi, I was wondering if Jacob was in.
Hello?
Hey, Jacob, this is Troy Wonderly.
Hi, Troy.
Here's a question for you. Are you pretty good with one-arm jumping jacks?
Wait, one-arm jumping jacks?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, can you do a couple for me?
Okay.
Okay, let me hear them.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Jacob, I got some great news for you.
What?
I just got great car insurance.
I hate you.
I'm only kidding. Jacob, I got great news for you.
What?
You have been accepted to tour.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Jacob, you still into jumping jacks?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Jacob, I'm standing up.
No, okay, I'm not too dizzy. Oh, thanks.
Welcome you aboard Circus Summer Tour.
Thank you. I was so happy. I spent the next hour just bouncing around.
I pretty much walked on air all the rest of the day. My feet didn't touch the ground, I swear.
I was really thinking that day, who else got in? Who else got a call like me? I want to talk to them. I want to call them. I want them to call me. Who got in?
I was really excited when I got in, and I was just like beyond explainable. This is our school room.
You guys are right down to work.
finished exactly what you were doing. If you're finished with that, you can draw a picture of Buddha the Enlightened. And if anyone...
I became involved with the circus when I was 5 years old. Coming up, my dream is to become a professional circus performer in Cirque du Soleil. And I would love to perform with them for many years. And 1, 2, 3. In Hawaii, I'm used to being one of the best. 7, I'm not gonna be able to do this in the show. But at Circus Circus, I'm going to be the youngest. There will be some other 13-year-olds, but I'm 12. And I know that I won't be one of the best this summer, and I have to just remember that there's gonna be better than me, and that makes me nervous.
On June 7th, all the troopers arrived at the Circus headquarters in Greensboro, Vermont. When I arrived, all of the troopers who had been there before were hugging each other and, so happy to be back together. I could tell that they were way less nervous than myself and the other new troopers. I've never been homesick, but I think for some troopers it was hard to say goodbye to their parents. For some people, 10 weeks was a long time to be away. There were 4 trailers, 2 for the guys and 2 for the girls. We were all really packed in there. There were tons of bugs.
Those things, what are they?
They're mice eggs.
Thanks.
You couldn't say they were clean. I was in trailer number 4, which was the messiest one. The girls who had been there for a few years said it was haunted by Roger.
Roger would go underneath the trailer and start
and
against the trailer.
Shake stuff underneath.
It was like camping, but we were also excited to be there. Who cares about a messy trailer?
"21 days from now, we're gonna be performing. 16 days of rehearsal. 16 days we need to mount a show that will blow this Greensboro audience away.
The show costs roughly $1 million to put on, and almost all of that money gets spent up front.
We've got 6 permanent employees, and then we've got 75 seasonal employees that we hire every year. It is just nuts. If it's too wet, people don't come. If it's too sunny, they go to the beach. If we have a bad site, it kills us.
Last year was just awful. We hit rock bottom. Fuel prices went up, insurance, staff costs, everything. We just ran out of cash, had to close the doors.
I was scared that Circus wasn't going to be coming back on the road again.
No one really knew what to do initially, except for that pit in your stomach that you might lose something so important to you.
Hi, Jacob. This is Ed LeClaire with Circus Circus. Is Molly in? So this year we've gone out and we've begged and we've scraped and we've sold things and we've done everything that we could to put the funds together to get the show back on the road, but there's no second chance. If we don't make it this year, it's going to be a long, slow fade to black.
It was intimidating. We knew it was the year to fix it or lose it. We had a history riding on our backs, and if you lose that, it's just a tragedy.
Training didn't start out soft because we had so little time. We had to really work right away.
On the first day, we started right off the bat with some really hard warm-ups.
Everybody prepare yourself and stretch up. Hop. 1. Bend your knees down. Okay, push-ups. Very good.
A lot of the other people could surpass me.
Yeah, perfect.
I didn't feel as bendy as a lot of the girls or as able to do acrobatic things.
Closer, I'm not biting, come on.
And I was feeling self-conscious and a little nervous.
Go, jump on your back. Yeah, but you're jumping up. One more time.
Then we got to classes. Before the 4th day of training, we could go to whatever class we wanted, anything we might want to do in the show. For the first few days, the coaches were evaluating us and watching who was good, who was bad.
So the challenge for you is slow.
Because by day 4, they're gonna cast the show.
Try the slow.
There's a lot of jugglers trying for spots.
Your right hand's throwing a little higher than your left.
So they knew there's gonna be cuts in juggling and in aerials.
Fleshy part of the knees goes here, and then you arch all the way forward. Yep, arch forward.
What? Oh, forward.
Forward. Nope, forward. Put your head out this way.
That's gonna be bad.
Knees on, and go forward. Put your head out that way.
My shoulder's not working that way right now. Oh, there we go.
Yes. Good. Head up. Nice. Now tuck back and put one toe on. Now the other foot goes up behind you.
The aerialists, the acrobats, I could see that they were pushing themselves and saying, okay, well, I have to go to this class and I have to do my best, or I'm not gonna get in that act.
Point and arch. Arch. Good. Nice.
It's a little different for clowns because the roles were figured out in the show before we even got to training.
Oh, what are your hands doing? What are those hands doing?
But clowning for me on those first few days was pretty scary.
The second you touch something, you're taking the impact. Then you have to let it relax.
I didn't know how I was gonna measure up.
Nice! That was beautiful.
So I was feeling a little iffy about it.
Girl clowns are definitely a minority. Looking awkward or ugly, you have to be willing to do that as a clown, but then also as a teenage girl. Are you willing to step outside this construct that you've been told to be and try something daring and different?
People don't really like it when girls try to be funny. Running around hysterically, making funny faces. You mainly get that from guys. I'm usually the one being crazy. And most of my friends don't really like that, just because it's too outrageous for them. You got the big nose.
Next to her, I felt like scared. She never let herself be scared as far as I could see.
Halt.
Maddie wasn't only trying for clowning, she was also interested in lyra. Lyra is this round piece of metal that hangs from the top of the tent. The aerialists do trapeze-like tricks on it. There's a lot of flexibility and strength involved.
I guess Maddie and I didn't really talk about her doing aerials so much, mostly because I was there to clown and I wanted her to be there clowning with me.
My goal for the summer is to mix lyra and clowning together in a cool way. In clowning, I can be a really strange personality person, and in lyra, I can be really graceful and all pretty and stuff. But it's just hard to combine those two aspects. And sometimes I do want to just fit in and let my ballerina side out. I know I'll catch myself trying to fit in, and I'll try to stop myself, but other times it's just hard not to. With clowning, I'm worried that I'm gonna scare everybody away.
I cannot do aerial work right now.
Tula is only 12 years old. We didn't really know anything about her because she wasn't at auditions. We had never met her before.
I got injured about 2 months ago. I was on the trapeze and I fell off and I dislocated my elbow. It was quite traumatic because I had to have surgery and I had 2 pins in my arm. Now I am recovering from it. My arm is not completely straight.
Okay, ready?
I don't like it when it cracks. I feel a little mad, like, why did this happen to me? Why can't I be the one going to aerials? Like, why was it me that had to get hurt? It's difficult since that's what I love to do.
This is the hardcore, my friend.
This is it.
This is the good stuff.
I knew Tischler before from circus camp, and I had always seen him as a really strong performer.
Do you have any white clover?
No. Did you see any white clover?
Yes. That's everyone's first obligations, to make everyone like them, to develop relations with people. One of my problems is that I try too hard. Here, look, I found white clover. Put them in your bouquet. Oh my God, spit
My
on them.
bouquet?
Bouquet. I call them bouquet.
These are pretty before they went.
Put them in your stupid bouquet. Just do it now. I got a little sad in middle school. I was just having a lot of trouble developing relationships with my classmates. So my teacher pulled me aside and told me that in this big world, everyone is a sheep, and I am the shepherd. And I am always going to be that shepherd on the hill who guides these sheep, but I'm always going to be a little lonely. Sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Maybe this will change, maybe it won't.
4 days into training, we were sore and aching, and I could see people around me being tired and frustrated.
So let's begin. Opening. I think you'll all be in it.
Yeah.
All right? I think you'll all be in it.
Yes!
Okay?
I made it an opening!
Rollabola, Ariana, Graylin, Raffi, Tischler, and Taylor. Okay? Lyra, Graylin, Katie, and Thea. Quiet moment is Tula and Emily.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one I'm in.
I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get into club juggling,
Yeah, there's a potential
but
we might put
I know that many
It's up to you,
other
my
people
friend.
here are better than me.
The reason.
That's the hardest part about casting, I think, is just telling them, essentially saying no.
I was hoping to be support for Lyra, but I think that's just going to be a clown act, so I don't really know. So yeah.
We treat this as professionals. This is the world. There's a lot of these performers that want to go on professionally and try circus out. And this is a very important learning experience at this stage, to know that sometimes you're cast, sometimes you're not cast.
I wish I could do both, Lyra and clowning, but it seems like I can't. It's hard.
Tula was cast as the island spirit. She's this island character that's the authentic spirit of the tropical theme.
Back to D. Tula, how does it feel as far as dancing's concerned?
Fine, I just try not to listen to.
Oh, thanks. Hey, very kind of you. All right.
Troy had this idea that Tula would teach Emily, his daughter, how to do a hula dance for the quiet moment in the show, which is when we take the energy down and make something beautiful happen in the middle of the ring.
I don't want to do the head. You don't want to do the head? Okay. Just try to put your knees a little. Just try to put your. It's like a little difficult since she's only 5 years old for her to keep her attention span up. Okay. I want you to smile and you're gonna dance nice and flowing, okay? Ready? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to do it nicely. Keep your tongue inside your mouth. The best thing about working with Emily is it's just cool to see that when you teach, some people can learn so fast. It makes you feel so good that you did a great job teaching.
That's a great job. Now I'll tell you a story.
Maybe you can tell me a couple stories about Hawaiian, but I don't want it to be about a dance.
Like the story I told you yesterday?
Yeah.
Maddie and I and Hazel, we were cast as the 3 wild women clowns.
I am supposed to be a head huntress.
It was really exciting to start actually working on our gag as a trio. I had this dream 2 weeks from then I was gonna somehow morph into this accomplished clown who was just gonna blow everybody away. Right after casting, there's this hope and excitement that everyone has about how great the show's gonna be.
My first question I ever asked my mom was, Mom, birds fly, why can't I fly? Circus is like dancing in the air, something I love more than anything.
We probably are the most dangerous act in the show because, like, the swinging trapeze girls have a safety, but we're up all the way at the cupola and we're spinning very fast.
You can't have a safety on when you're spinning that quickly because
it would get caught,
twisted, and it just wouldn't work. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Like,
we were in danger.
Focused.
The first couple times I was up at the top of the cupola spinning, I was really nervous, and I would look down and be like, no way.
What we're experiencing right now with the lyra is that as soon as we start taking things up to full height, it becomes a lot more intimidating for the kids. Someone like Graylin, all of a sudden she's forgetting what she's doing, she's getting a lot less comfortable and wants to try things a little bit lower. So we're seeing the fear factor take over. The difference between circus and a lot of other things is the fear factor.
I do a single toe hang and my foot is sprained. So hanging from that foot is never that much fun because I always feel like I might have to let go. So that's probably the scariest trick for me.
Working with Nate and Shifty on Diablo has been one of the things that I've really been looking forward to. Twice more on this one. They are not just good for their age, they're 2 of the best in the country right now. So I have to scramble to keep up with them.
I go into a double sprinkler, which is basically you put a loop around, it's with 2 Diablos, and you put a loop around both Diablos, and they propel themselves around the inside of the loop.
Because they're spinning so fast, they don't
really fast.
They don't collide.
They push the loop outwards
it's
and
like
just
about
go around
this
like
big,
this.
and it's like shh.
I tried Diablo a few times. You have to have a certain kind of brain, really, to calculate all those tricks. I can't get my head around it.
I like to do things at a high level. Like if I'm gonna be really passionate about it, I like to be talented at it and be able to be one of the best people in the world at some point.
Shifty has learned the most difficult Diablo tricks phenomenally quickly. And Nate is unbelievable as well.
We have a good brother-brother relationship. Might make it easier.
The way they work together is really strong. I think with this act, there's a potential to see things that nobody else in the world is doing.
I
think in circus there's this mindset where you don't want to submit to being just like a number, and you want to be known for something.
We're not an average group of teenagers, we can say that much.
So you do push yourself, you do try to be exceptional in some way.
I feel like a lot of the people in my high school don't share the same passion to be special in a big way.
It's kind of relaxing to know that there are other people in the world who are as strange as you.
Rob and Troy made everything possible for all of us. They're amazing people. Troy is our director, and Rob founded Circus Marcus. He's my inspiration.
Rob and I have a relationship I don't think anyone can fully explain. He's been a mentor to me in many, many ways.
I started Circus Marcus in 1987. All the experiences I had in the circus in Europe led me to want to come back home and recreate that same experience for American kids. And learning the circus live, I had to do everything besides performing. I learned to set up the tent, and it gave me the experience also of realizing that being a circus performer doesn't mean just performing in the ring, but it means accepting that it was a lifestyle as well as an art form. In 19 years, I directed all but 2 shows.
So if I'm back here watching you...
I'm working right now on passing over the leadership of the company to the next generation.
Whew. The wave is catching up. It's getting a little closer. We're starting to feel the crunch. I had to kind of have a bit of a warning shot across the bow of Eccentric today and let them know that their act is way behind. Part of the problem with this act is focus, so we want to get some focus. So what I want you to do is everyone just stare at the center circle, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to wait and just breathe normal, and when we feel it, we're all going to jump at the same time, okay? So we can focus and be on the same page. Excellent, good, that's all it takes. We're on the same page now.
The eccentric doll just came up as something that I wanted to try because I've been partnering for many, many years in ballet, and I thought it might be a good segue.
Eccentric is acrobatic partner acts where the guys, the basses, throw the floppy, bendy little girls around.
You know how your hands are basically on the ground because I'm holding your ankles here? Mm-hmm. If I drop you a little bit further onto your hands, you can swing into a right or a left split.
Yeah. Eric wasn't really one of the older troopers who came right up to you and said, "Hey, how are you doing?" He kind of held his own ground.
My family in Honduras was very poor. I believe I was the 8th child of the family when I was adopted. So I see my life as very much a gift. I live in a great neighborhood, with a great family, and a great upbringing, and I couldn't thank my parents anymore.
Yep, go ahead.
My family's become very connected with Circus. It makes me want to perform more, to give back.
Okay. Nice.
Yes, doing the best. Yes, what do you think?
Hop. Take your Vladimir.
Good. Vladimir, where do they need to work the most? What tricks?
Everything.
All the tricks.
It's not easy looking at your arms and seeing that they're covered in bruises.
I'm pretty much exhausted. I'm ready for a day off.
Morning. Morning, boys. Time to get up.
The rehearsals start at 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 in the evening, and now they're starting adding other classes after dinner. So the kids now have long, long, long day to practice.
Chelsea, Cat, time to get up. Sam, time to get up. Sam.
We have very little time, but I guess we're gonna manage to do it. We have no choice. Tula, want you to really concentrate on your style as well and your tricks. Try not to miss it because you are the beginning of the act. And if you start missing the hoops and just like hurry, hurry, you're gonna ruin the whole act. So concentrate, but don't be scared now.
Elena, how is Tula? What's her confidence level with the hula hoop?
Well, she's on a lot lower level than the girls.
Thea and Chelsea, they're better than me. And I've never done really hula hoops before.
Before I didn't think that they can put her in the act at all, but now with the globe, maybe she would have a little solo. Go ahead, go ahead. Good.
I throw the hula hoop up and then I have to catch it. It's a little difficult, but I mean, I kind of have it, but yeah.
Let's do it. One more time, guys. One more time.
In the tropical theme, we were like hunter women that lived on this island, which a group of tourists come to.
The headhunters find the tourist and they size him up as being a good candidate to kill. Is this the one, boss? Look to the boss. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Go ahead.
It still needs work, and I think it's mainly our reactions and our timing.
This is something you guys are going to run a lot. You're going to run a lot. I had written that back in Ringling Brothers, and I taught that gag to them, and it was really weird because I was watching material that I know works, not work. That's the timing, guys. That's the timing.
I'm so worried because, like, in past years, I've seen girl clowns as, like, these angry, that, basically.
And you gotta have the pouty lip.
Who follows the boys around and, like, chases them and punches them, like, she's always like, And the boy does the goofy stuff, and the boy gets to laugh, and the girl's, like, the angry straight man, which I don't like. I mean, I don't want to have girls be limited like that. Maddie and I came to the show with this declaration. Here we are, we're girl clowns, we're gonna be funny, we're gonna blow you all away. And here we were, doing this gag, and it was just, like, not funny.
It's been a little rough. We've definitely had some setbacks in the past week. On Sunday, we had a little bit of a food poisoning disaster.
First and foremost, what I want to say is how sorry I am for all of you guys about having to go through this. And what we think that it was the macaroni.
Half the troop were just vomiting out of control.
Right now, that's my puke. They're shoveling up. Thank you very much.
You couldn't have gone across the road, huh?
No, actually, I made it to about here. My directors, they like to shovel up some puke every now and then. Then they do it all again, They like to clean up puke then.
If you lose a half a day, a full half a day to food poisoning, and then another half a day with some of the kids not feeling quite so good, that's huge.
One left foot, two left foot.
We only have 3 weeks to pull the entire thing together, including music and costume and acts. And now we have to produce a show, and that's horrifying. Okay, can I have everyone focus right up here? This is going to be an incredibly valuable afternoon. This will be the first time we present the show to a small audience. Begin with the music, please.
No.
Okay.
Why?
Because you told me to end.
No, I'm not telling you to end. I'm telling them to start halfway through your phrase.
Oh.
Come on. Don't go. No. I like it.
Help me. Surgery.
Good. Try that, Chris. See what it looks like.
Good. That's what you need. Every hour. Pull yourself through the pain.
That hurts.
I know. That's
I can't make myself hurt.
No, okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Even though there wasn't much of an audience, it was still a big step for us. Rob was there, he was watching it for the first time. Our coaches were all watching. They were all people who know what a good performance is and what a bad performance is. So that made me feel like, okay, girls, we got to do this right.
You have someone who's never done it, someone who overdoes it, and someone who can do it. The strongest of the three is actually Joy, instinctively. She's actually got really good clown instincts. And Maddie, we've basically spent the last 3 weeks with Maddie trying to break her of overacting habits that she's developed in high school theater.
Part of it is coming up with the right gags that they can do.
All right, let's try the gag program. Come on out.
It's not funny. So
we just modified the best we could. Part of it is.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
After 3 weeks of practicing, they told us that, oh, sorry, we're doing a new thing. That was definitely the hardest, where we worked really hard for 3 weeks, and then they told us to completely cut it.
Fresh circus popcorn. Get some before the show starts. It's going quickly. Get some while you still can. Excuse me, ma'am.
It's absolutely critical that the season works.
So we have to bring in just a little over 11,000 every show, over and over, 70 times.
I've only got a few left. I'm not going to leave until I sell them all. My voice does get annoying, trust me.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Excited. The first show is always the best one for me.
Nice job, guys. Opening positions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Circus.
I'm really a little prima donna. I love center stage. I love watching the audience get freaked out as we're being lifted up.
When I'm performing, it's almost like a game, like trying to make the audience smile.
You have the power to change the moods of other people.
The headhunter gag wasn't funny. So I had to let it be a girl gag and let it evolve.
It's much more nerve-wracking if you haven't rehearsed it. And we got a new gag this morning, and we rehearsed it once. Second half of the gag with me and Sam, I felt like I might as well be improvising because we were kind of stepping out onto thin ice and hoping everything worked out for the best.
To see Joy and Sam as lovebirds, that came out of a haphazard epiphany I had at the 11th hour.
Went pretty well. It was our first time ever doing that gag since we made it this morning, but I thought it went pretty well.
Awkward, which is what it's supposed to be, but yeah, it's awkward.
They laughed at me, yay!
It's pretty darn cool. You're like a new celebrity thing. It's awesome.
Where's the club basket?
What's special about this show is that you get to feel for the first time what this could be. Other shows down the road will be better, but this show is one of the most fun.
The end of the first show was magical. I had been watching Circus for years going, that's amazing. I want to do that. And there I was. I had finally actually performed a Circus show. I just felt like screaming and shouting, and it was wonderful.
Doing awesome.
I'm feeling pretty good. I got a little fan club. I'm my fan club.
Folks, you need a snack for the way to the car. I've got it right here, $1 popcorn, cotton candy, and hot dogs.
We had a pretty good house tonight. You know, they were enthusiastic, and we were pretty full. We do it 69 more times, and maybe we got a season.
When you have to say goodbye to the coaches, it's definitely sad. You've had all of this help in performing and creating, and then all of a sudden, it's just the kids. That's our best friend!
There's a lot of pressure for the 27 kids that are under that tent. The start of tour, it's challenging.
Sail on a tropical vacation!
The first couple of times we moved, I felt unsettled.
6, 7, 8.
But then you get used to the way you pack everything up and you unpack everything. And you pack everything up and you unpack everything. And it becomes this rhythm of circus life. A lot of the time during the summer it would get really hot, and our hottest shows were in Sandwich, Massachusetts. Everyone was exhausted and it was hard to keep going. When it gets really hot, we all have concerns about the safety, especially for the aerialists.
I don't deal so well with heat, and at the top of the cupola, it's usually like 40 degrees hotter than it is on the ground. And I started feeling really dizzy, and I came down, I just sort of staggered off stage. That was pretty scary.
I came off of lyra and I couldn't really catch my breath and stuff. I don't know, I was really dizzy and shaky.
If it had been any more humid, I don't think I would have been as willing to do the act. I think the audience is here and they're watching us do this really hot show, so we shouldn't suck just because it's hot.
I absolutely love the mission of this place, but as a business, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
We bring 45 adults on the road, and we put them in 22 vehicles. We've got to cook 75, 80 meals 3 times a day. We've got fuel, we've got more payroll than I like to sign the checks on. And then there's all the advertising and marketing. Here, we kind of hit a little bit of a roadblock. The police have come and given us all our site signage and banners that we put across the streets. And they said they have a no postering policy in town now, so last night we discovered that they'd brought everything back and dumped it on the site. And so the first show was light, and the second show, ticket sales don't look good, and I'm starting to worry a bit.
If there's a shortfall, I'm looking at having to fire somebody.
Wow!
And he just gets it. He gets it back. Oh, man.
You gotta hand him the nickel.
Yo, it happened to me last year. It happened to me.
Clown Alley is like the central, Clown Central. That's where all the clown socializing happens. That's where Troy is, and he tells all his awesome stories there.
The nickel, there's something proud of there. You gotta love it.
Being in Clown Alley is what makes you a clown.
Maddie and I were really lucky to have each other because there are all these boys that had been there together for a few years.
The guys were like, how are we gonna deal with girls?
They were scary.
Josh, girl clowns. What's your opinion on girl clowns?
They add a feminine touch to the alley.
They do. The alley smells a little bit nicer now.
Feminine or feminist? Feminine.
Oh, a little bit of both.
Feminist.
Oh, you suck.
It's different. We tone it down a little bit more now, I feel.
Yeah. In general, not even in the alley.
Yeah.
It's like...
Which I guess is good.
No.
I believe Book is up for a wedgie. Can you explain what happened, Book, yesterday?
No, like the other day,
As I am.
forgot to wear my nose.
But you forgot to what?
Wear my nose.
You forgot to wear your nose. And what happens in Clown Alley if you forget to wear your nose?
You get a wedgie. You get a wedgie, apparently.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Girl, wait. Stop! Oh my God.
We both lost our nose for a little while, so we're up for something bad.
How about like hot sauce and scope?
When I heard mouthwash and hot sauce, I was just hoping I wouldn't throw up.
For those of you that don't know, girls, you need to step forward and admit to what you did or didn't do.
We misplaced our noses.
Drum roll, come on, let's hear it! Oh yeah. Swish, 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 swish. Hey, let's give him a round of applause. Nicely done.
If you're gonna get to wear that nose and deserve to be in the alley, then you have to earn it. It was certainly a step towards us being part of the group. That's what clowns do, and we did it.
All right, that worked.
I feel pretty good. The show's got way better than it began, and the crowds are liking it.
Don't do anything that's gonna make it work.
Does it hurt anywhere?
Yeah, it was all in here.
Enough for Sarah?
No, it's not that much.
Do you want ice?
After my home.
Right now? Can you go back home?
Yeah.
Tell me how to do it.
Yes, I can stand on it. But here.
It's hard because you can't let things outside of the performance, outside of the circus, affect what's going on inside the circus.
It hurts so bad. But it feels nice that you could still go through with the whole act, and you didn't have to change the whole show just for yourself.
Yeah. I just rolled right onto it.
Circus helps you with your confidence. Like in school, like I always tell myself I can't do some stuff. So it's definitely built up my confidence to be like, oh yes, I can do it.
Twist the other way. Force it. One more time, twist.
Everyone, they really want my arm straight. So they're encouraging me to stretch it on the trapeze. It's definitely straightening, I think.
Ready, Nate? Nate.
It's not like, happy. It's like,
Okay. You got it. Yeah. Okay.
Diablo, it's very difficult, and I like the challenge of it. If I have 3, I have to throw wicked high, like 5 stories. It can't go straight up because it'll hit each other. So accurate high throws are difficult. I'm focusing on the show more than in past years. I'm trying to get good and get me and Nate to have a really nice act. Because this duo act, especially by the end of the summer, should be among the best in the world at Duo Diablo. I'd want to do 5 in the show, passing. 5 is huge and crazy and difficult.
We're gonna do 5! The common goal totally united us. Not one of us wanted anything other than this show to be great.
Everyone here has gone through so much to get where they are. And people here know that. And people at home, if you tell them, they'll hear what you're saying, but they won't know what you're talking about.
There's this whole family. Everyone's part of it. The cooks, the troopers, the ring crew, the tent crew, the counselors, the operations managers, lighters, techs, you know, everybody is in this big family. It's not like a normal family by any means, but it's a family for sure.
Sam watches all my acts, which is really sweet.
I'm actually in a relationship with Thea. It adds a whole new level to Circus for me.
I think we're gonna try to stay together. It's really hard to have a tour relationship because you're in a fishbowl.
You know what? Kia and Taylor are together.
Are they?
They're going there.
That's funny.
There's a certain amount of gossip, I suppose. If any piece of news comes out in Circus, then everybody knows the tent is round, and around it goes.
It's just never happened for me. It's not something I avoid. It's just never, presented an opportunity, I guess.
Yes, actually. It lasted for about 2 hours.
It's hard for everyone here not to be attracted to someone.
Hey, I'm okay.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna hide her. Joy is a little bit touchy about this. So should I talk for you about?
No, we're not gonna schedule.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk for her. She's really trying to avoid this.
And
buried with the weather, and as they say, the people are staying away in droves. Ordinarily, I budget for 600 people in the tent for every show. If only 300 people show up, we lose $6,000 just like that. These last 3 or 4 days have cost us $30,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get tropical in here. And when it does, you're going to want your own Circus Smirkus personal cooling device.
You know, we live on a razor's edge. If we can't make the adjustments, we're going under.
These timeless family heirlooms are $5 a piece.
With all the work that they've done and everything that they've put into it, it's a hard thing. It just doesn't feel fair. I do not want this to happen on my watch. This place is something I'm proud of, something that's bigger than me.
I just felt it was just like so much magic coming to life.
Are you gonna remember me? Are you gonna remember me again?
The best feeling for a clown is when you do what you do and the audience laughs. It's like this connection you have. It's amazing.
It's so much fun just to like exaggerate yourself.
At the beginning of the season, that would have been scary. But that's what I do now.
Joy and Maddie, they light up in that ring.
Now that we're at the ring, I guess we're kind of role models for like these kids that come up to us and say, "Wow, you're funny."
Like that's the best thing, little girls that are so happy to see you.
Okay, how do you spell Alice? There were the kind of clouds in the blue with the blue hair things. I might want to be one of those people.
I don't even know if this is what I'm gonna do my whole life, but I certainly will if I can find out how.
For Joy, it's clowning, true and true. So, I mean, I'm kind of jealous of that because I'm definitely torn between doing circus and going to college. And that choice. It's one of the hardest things ever.
It feels like jumping off a cliff because I am scared to do it. But no, clowning is the one for me, for sure.
I like the red and white striped hat. I like him. He's my favorite person.
Yeah, he's
really
my
fun.
favorite.
Joy for me is the ring. It's a releasing experience. I don't have that with anyone back at home. So this group of people are more tight to me than any group of people that I have back at school or back at home.
After 7 weeks on the road, it's really hard to come back to Greensboro because, you know, you're coming back to the last show, the end.
It's gonna feel so weird going home because like I'm gonna change so much. I've changed so much just over the summer. I remember leaving Hawaii, but I don't remember how I was. It feels just so long ago. That does feel a long time ago.
We needed to sell 50,000 tickets for this season. We are at 49,300. We need to sell 700 tickets tomorrow night. If we can do that, everybody stays hired. We're in a position to launch the show again next year, and I get to heave a big sigh of relief.
I'll miss everything. I'll miss traveling. Like, I'll miss not knowing what town I'm in.
performing, the people.
We all are all here together working for something together, and it's just so uniting.
Being this close to so many people, I'll really miss that.
I'm gonna go first because by the end of this line I won't be able to talk. It's been a great summer. I love performing, but you guys are the reason I come back every year. And I want to thank you all for making it an awesome summer. So thank you.
I'm really happy to be here.
Now we're all gonna leave. We're gonna go back to school, and it's really gonna be awful. I really want to say that I've never been with a more mature group of hard-working people than all of you troopers and staff. And it's been so incredible getting to work with people like you guys, and I just want to thank you so much for the experience.
Growing to love all of you. I'm clearly kind of a different person. And I'm glad that you guys can accept me for who I am. Just because it's nice to be able to go somewhere and have people understand you.
I've always wanted to be here. I always looked up to you guys. And now I'm here and it was really awesome. And you changed my life.
We made the night! Yes!